Hey everybody, Ken Tripp with EXP, part of the Evolution Group with Ricky Carruth. Back at you with another video, this time talking about 3 things that agents can do to succeed in their first 90 days. Or actually just 3 things that agents need to do in order to make sure that they get off and running in their first 1, 2, 3 years. And these are always great to revisit. Let's dive right in. So number 1, treating it like a business. We've got to make sure that when you first start, or if you just need a refresh, you're treating your real estate career like a business. A lot of agents will just get started at the very beginning and not give any thought to exactly how this is going to work. Not, for example, have a business plan, not have a 90-day plan, not have any idea where their business is going to come from. If you were opening up a restaurant or another type of business, something like that, you would have a plan in place of where your customers are, who you're going to be selling to, where's your business going to come from. These are things we need to think about as real estate agents, but a lot of us don't. So, number 1, treat it like a business. That's going to be very simply having a business plan, having a first 90-day plan, knowing where your clients are going to come from, knowing what your database is and having it organized, having a good idea of where your leads may come from. You may not know exactly where they're going to come from, but you want to at least have a plan in place to try and make sure that you've got some sort of idea of where maybe your first 2, 3, 4 deals are going to be coming from. So get that business plan in place, get your quarterly, your 90-day plan in place, and just work backwards. Make sure you've got a business plan that's got 4 to 6 good lead sources, maybe even 6 to 8 if you can manage it. But you're going to want to make sure that you've at least got your database organized. You have a good idea of maybe where your first 2 or 3 deals are going to come from, and you've given some thought to where your business is going to be coming from. This is very, very important. So, number 1, treating it like a business, having a plan in place, and executing on that plan. Now, part of that plan might be, I've got a business plan, I've got a 90-day plan, I've got to make sure that my database is organized, my lead sources are organized, I've got those 4 to 6, but at the same time, I've given myself enough leeway to know that, maybe they're going to come from open houses, maybe I'm going to do really well with for sale by owners, maybe I've got a little bit of money saved up and I can actually afford to buy some leads at the very beginning as long as they're cheap, or maybe you're going to spend quite a bit of time on the phone cold calling, circle dialing, what have you. There's plenty of different ways to get your leads, but a lot of agents don't even sit down and think about where they're going to come from and what kind of plan it's going to be. Now, I'm going to do a longer video on what you can do with your business plan at the very beginning and how your 90 days should go, so look out for that one. But at the very most basic general idea is make sure you at least have a plan. You're treating this like a business from day 1. Number 2 is going to be knowing your market. The number 1 question you're going to get asked is, how's the market? Now, if you just say something like, oh, it's great, oh, it's really hot, oh, it's really cold, oh, it's a tough market, you're not giving people the answer that they want. What they're really looking for when they say, how's the market, is, do you know what you're talking about? So, question like, how's the market, should be answered with something like, that depends, what are you looking to do? Are you buying, are you selling, are you renting, are you looking to invest? You're going to want to get something out of them so you can tailor your answer, but you're also going to need to make sure you know the market. You're studying the market daily. This is something as a new agent you can do. You're not always going to have an appointment. You're not always going to have a client in front of you. When you're done prospecting, when you're done whatever it is to generate leads, you should also make sure that you're studying the market as much as possible. Study those hot sheets daily. Study the new listings. Study the solds. Study the neighborhoods you're going to be focused on. You should be able to reasonably talk about what your market is like, what neighborhoods are like, what prices, directions are going in. You should know these things when people are asking you. So when someone says, how's the market? You should be able to answer that based on what it is they're looking for. Homes, condos, investment properties, whatever have you. But make sure that you're studying it enough when you have time at the very beginning that you can answer that question like a professional. Number 3, don't go at it alone. Find a mentor, find a coach, find a team, find a group of agents that you can align with that will help you that first 90 days, 180 days, first year. You're going to want to make sure you don't go it alone. It's a very lonely business at some points. We have a lot of agents we collaborate with. We have a lot of agents that we always talk to, and maybe we network with at events. But it's also, you're very much on your own as an agent. So make sure you've got a mentor or a coach. If you don't, reach out and find one. Someone who's been there before, who can show you the way, who can guide you, who's there to maybe hold you accountable as well. But you definitely don't want to go it alone. So whether that's in your office or just through a larger group of agents or maybe through your brokerage, whatever have you, you're going to want to make sure that you've got that group in place. Much like we do with Ricky Carruth here at EXP with the Evolution Group. We're very, very closely aligned, and we've got mentors and guides that show us the way and help us grow our business if we want to scale up to a team, if we want to take it to the next level, whatever have you. But make sure you're not going at it alone. It's very, very difficult. Those are my top 3 tips. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing a deeper video on the 10 to 15 things you need to be doing when you first become an agent, so take a look out for that one. That one's coming soon. But if you have anything to add to these, if you've got questions, if you want to connect, hit me up in the comments below, or you can DM me on Instagram anytime. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.